some
After the meeting.
national stuff. But we're glad to have you with us, Frank, and he's going to give us a few words about what's happening.
Thank you very much.
Everybody up, everybody up.
Thank you.
Everybody down.
Please be seated. Today, I'm just going to speak briefly, and I just want to take you from the international level to the district to the local level. At the International Convention in Vancouver, the new president of Kiwanis International, Gunter from Austria, laid out his theme, and his theme is building bridges for children to the future. And I really like what he said. And he said, I don't like the idea of children not having a future. They need our help. And that help comes from the grassroots level, our clubs. To build bridges for these children, we need clubs with strong, healthy memberships. With more hearts and more hands, we can do more for the children of the world. And of course, that is the essence of Kiwanis. We are serving the children of the world. So that's the international theme. Our district theme, under District Governor Ray Whitby Brummer, is to grow, to serve, and to lead. As a matter of fact, you'll see it on pins and on our badges and things like that. Her team name is Superheroes of Service, and this is her grandson right here. So he's the superhero, and we're all superheroes of service because that's basically what we do. So let's look at what her goals are and our goals as far as growing, serving, and leading. The district goal for growth this year is 5%, and what that would mean is 750 new members. So if every club got one, we'd be very, very happy. Already La Habra has 2. I just found out in our report yesterday. So our clubs are growing. I think Anaheim's just got a couple also. So, and basically, how do we grow? It's through service, of course. If you've been reading a lot about lately that volunteerism is on the rise. People want to give back to their communities. And it's an easy sell when we have our great service projects and invite someone. It's not that hard to ask them to join Kiwanis when they see what great work we're doing in the community. Let people know about your service projects and be sure to invite them. Leading, of course, Kiwanis has a great reputation for being leaders not only in the community but developing leaders. Just look at our service leadership program, which I'll talk about in a minute. Our key clubs, of course, Kiwanis educating youth. They learn the principles of leadership that will serve them well the rest of their lives. And we were just had the Fall Rally Magic Mountain, plus we do 2 major training events with our service leadership program, Key Club, every year. One is called the Officer Training Conference, where we train all the officers, and then in October we had the Regional Training Conference, which trained all the members in a series of workshops, and that was held at Bolsa Grande High School. Our SLP events, every month, as you may know or may not know, our Division 30 North and South Lieutenant Governors have what they call Division Council meeting. Natalie Mann usually has hers at Smith Murphy Park in Buena Park. And I know Dennis has attended, some of you have been there to some of the Division Council meeting. They're very inspiring because the kids are so enthusiastic, you can't help but get inspired. One of the things I just want to update you on is as of October 1st, the youth protection guidelines have changed. The new chaperone rules are in effect starting October 1st, and this will be very important next April when our key clubs go to Sacramento for the district convention. On day trips, the ratio is still 12 key clubbers and 1 chaperone. But if it's an overnight trip, it's 10 to 1, and it's got to be gender specific. So what that means is if you have 1 girl going, you need a female chaperone. If you got 9 boys, you still need a male chaperone. So that makes you 10, but you still need that chaperone because it is gender specific. Also, in regards to background checks, if you're going on an overnight trip, you have to be sure to have a background check. All our advisors, I know in Anaheim, get them, and if you've been a teacher, you should have one. And the district offers a background check for $25. Coming up, a couple of things. and Dennis has already talked about these, but I want to just give you, on the 28th, of course, is the Thanksgiving breakfast at the annual, at the Kiwanis Club of Greater Anaheim. The speaker is Bob Garrett from the 13th the Marine Expeditionary Unit. So it's usually a very inspiring morning. On the 14th of December, we have the annual Holiday Music Festival Pancake Breakfast. The Kiwanis in Anaheim have been doing this for like 30 years. What's so great about this is that the high schools send their musical groups to perform. Wow. So every half hour, they have 7 groups that perform. Everyone from the Oxford Fiddlers to the choirs to the bands. And last year they did a really interesting take on the Christmas carol, doing it in Gangnam style, like the Korean Psy there, which was very entertaining.
What date is that?
That's the 14th. It's Saturday morning on the 14th at the Presbyterian Church on Broadway. It's between the Harbor Boulevard and Anaheim Boulevard, right across from the big Wells Fargo building, there in the corner of Broadway and Harbor. So if you'd like to come, the tickets are $5, all the pancakes you can eat, and a wonderful Christmas show.
And what date is that?
The 14th, which is a Saturday.
Which month?
And what time? December.
7 o'clock to 11.
What month?
December.
December.
And our key clubs serve at that also. They serve the pancakes and we get them involved, so it's really a fun morning. And the bands are worth coming to see. The music is just wonderful. And Dennis already talked about the rose slip decorating on the 29th. Coming up in the new year, a couple of very important dates to put on your calendar, and these will be in my newsletter. The Midwinter Convention this year is in Garden Grove at the Hyatt Regency. And that's in February 1st. And Nisa Newton of Fullerton and Shirley McCracken of Anaheim are chairing the Midwinter committees. So they may be asking for volunteers, so if you have time, please help them out. So that's great. The following weekend, which is February 8th, we have the governor's visit to our region. And that will be at the Clarion Hotel, time to be determined, but that's February 8th. So the 1st is the midwinter, the 8th is the governor's visit. And just looking way ahead, the district convention next year is in San Diego, August 14th to 16th. And I know the international is in Tokyo, but I don't know how many are going to be going to that. But just to keep you up to date, and again, I will be sending out a monthly newsletter with all the dates in there. Also the Key Club DCMs, I let you all know when they're occurring. And I think there's one coming up in December. It's going to be at Anaheim Ice. So get your ice skates on and we'll have a good time. And also I want to take this opportunity just to thank you all for your service. I mean, without our clubs, without the service you perform, we would not have what we have as far as the reputation that Kiwanis has as being the service club. And I'll be attending some of your events as my calendar allows. Please, when that Action Club charter, be sure to invite me. And I look forward to growing, serving, and leading with you all. And my DCM next week is the 21st at the Sizzler, so if you can make it, please come by. We're going to have a speaker from Colette's Children's Home, which should be very inspiring. They do great work, and they do have a house in Placentia, so they'll be talking about that. And that's for homeless women and children. So it should be very inspiring talk. Thank you all, and I appreciate all your service, and look forward to working with you, making this a great year. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank.